These are the top 10 stiff arms in NFL history. And to kick things off at number 10, we got the time Najee Harris committed a damn war crime on the gridiron. Because this man completely disregarded another human being's life, dignity, and future generations with the most get this shit off of me type stiff arm you are ever gonna see.
Because Najee Harris is an angry run ready to happen. Oh, sit it. We got a replay of this. What are we doing? You go right here. Oh, that's rude. It's the holiday season, people. That man has a family.
My God, man. Harris ain't just stiff-armed him. Dude snatched his soul, spirit, and reduced his entire existence to absolutely nothing on that play. But at number 9, we gotta talk about Derrick Henry, because this dude got a damn Avengers-level body count when it comes to stiff-arming the life out of defenders. But on this play, man sent a grown-ass man straight to the Shadow Realm.
He almost got him to jump. Yes, he did. He gives it to Henry. Henry trying to get to the outside. The defender, Josh Norman, to his backside.
No way! Derrick Henry just violated Josh Norman and sent him flying straight to no man's land. And after this game, Josh Norman's Wikipedia page was getting edited to list Derrick Henry as his father because, at that point, this was legal ownership. But as crazy as that was, imagine destroying a defender and making a game-winning play in one single run. Cause with the game tied in OT, the Chargers needed a miracle to beat the Redskins. But to pull that miracle off, LaDainian Tomlinson had to personally send a grown man straight to the deepest pit of hell on his way to a walk-off touchdown.
From the Redskin 41, first overtime possession, LaDainian Tomlinson. He sneaks by Washington, breaks it free, and the San Diego Chargers have won in overtime.
Yo, that might just be the most disrespectful and yet important stiff arm I have ever seen. LT had Ryan Clark looking up from the ground like he was staring at God himself. Thankfully, Clark lived to tell the story.
That came too fast, though. Hey, you came down, and I was like, whoa.
Now, alright, don't get me wrong, the stiff arm was crazy, but it was Derrick Henry, so honestly, I'm not even that surprised. But things got way more serious when Nick Chubb buried a grown-ass man right there on the football field with one of the most brutal stiff arms you will ever see.
Try the left side. Good forearm there to shed a defender.
Yo! Stiff-arming a man straight into the ground with Kilbrew's head bouncing off the turf had me genuinely concerned. Cause that was not Chubb on that play, that was Chucky, disguised as Chubb, trying to kill Kilbrew with a legal football move. But at number 6, you got a stiff arm so vicious, it basically ended a man's entire NFL career. Now, this is Chris Conte, and somehow this dude had already been a victim of one of the nastiest stiff arms ever, years earlier, when Fred Jackson pretty much hit him with the "excuse me bitch" treatment. But a few years later, Vance McDonald came back to finish the job and traumatized this man all over again with a soul-snatching stiff arm.
Easy first down, Vance McDonald, and he keeps his footing. Can he get there? 75-yard touchdown.
Damn! That stiff arm had the whole NFL losing their damn minds, cause Vance McDonald didn't just stiff arm Chris Conte, bro deleted him from existence. But honestly, you gotta feel for Chris Conte, because dude never recovered from the stiff arm PTSD he already had. But now, going into our top 5, the stiff arms are about to enter a whole different level of brutality and viciousness entirely. And at number 5, remember when I said LaDainian Tomlinson was coming back? Well, here he is, with a stiff arm so nasty, it almost stripped a man of everything he had on him, and nearly scraped his skull clean off.
All kinds of mismatches, depending on where he lines up. Here's Tomlinson, big burst, still on his feet, the 20, the 10, touchdown, second.
Now, not only was LT stiff arm a sucker punch that knocked Jibril Wilson's helmet clean off his head, but he nearly added his skull to his stiff arm collection too. Man was simply saying, "Get your bitch-ass arm tackle out of here, this ain't child's play." But somehow that still wasn't even the most disrespectful stiff arm, because at number 4, we got a 5'9" Steve Smith. Now, most people with the end zone just a few yards away would have turned on the Jets and tried to outrun the defender for the touchdown, but Steve Smith No, this psychopath basically said, nah, I'm gonna turn around, slow down, and yank this guy clean out of my way instead.
14 situation. Biggest play of the day for the Ravens offense. Flacco looking right. Near side across his body with the throw. He's got Smith. Caught. 20-10. Smith breaks a tackle and he's in.
Now, that right there is the definition of someone who actively, regularly, and deliberately chooses violence. Dude genuinely wanted nothing but smoke and then actually went ahead and smoked Adam Pac-Man Jones. Fitting name, 'cause Smith just ate him alive. But imagine winning a game with one of the nastiest runs and stiff arms the NFL has ever seen, 'cause back in 1998, Garrison Hearst was really living up to his name, Garrison, because this man ran like an entire battalion was chasing him, while also taking defenses straight to Pound Town every single week. And absolutely nothing showed that better than his legendary 96-yard walk-off touchdown run.
Settle down, get some running going, and keep the scoring down, but it's been wide open from the start. First, with a hole up the middle, it breaks free. 30. Midfield. The 20. The 10. Touchdown.
The 96-yard run, the disgusting stiff arm on that bum-ass tackler, the blockers escorting him down the field like the President of the United States. Nah, man, it genuinely does not get better than this. But wait until you see our number 2 play, because not only did Adrian Peterson cook the entire Browns defense for a 64-yard touchdown, he came in with vengeance energy after a Browns defender tried calling him AP instead of AD before the snap. And that mistake cost that man everything, because AD responded with a "sit down, son" type stiff arm that felt personal.
And he'll add to that total. Breaking into the open field. And he shoves away one, shoves away another, and blasts his way into the end zone. A spectacular run.
Damn! 80 stamped his name and initials on the man's life forever with that play. And speaking of which, throwing a grown man by his face with one arm and sending him clean out of bounds has got to be the meanest, most disrespectful stiff arm I have ever seen in my entire life. But it is still not quite as mean and legendary as our number 1 play, because not only did Marshawn Lynch put on the greatest run in NFL history, but he also pulled off the greatest stiff arm in NFL history when he met Tracy Porter, standing between him and the end zone.
Crowd silent now, as opposed to when the Saints have the ball. Oh, look at this run! What a run! Marshawn Lynch still on his feet. Has blockers now. He's dancing his way for the touchdown.
Bro turned on the turbo, ran through the entire defense, and stiff-armed Tracy Porter to another porter like, "Hey, little boy, go play catch somewhere far away from me." That right there is the greatest, most disrespectful stiff arm ever to grace this earth, and it might never be topped. Now, if you thought these runs were crazy, wait until you see what happens when quarterbacks start taking off with the ball, cause the top 10 QB runs in NFL history.
Down. Is he only 37? How important is this football game?
And Pryor is in. 93 yards.
Will have you losing your mind all over again.